Why, hello everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're all doing well today. Hey there, Ray. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, thank you for the stretch, the posture check, and the hydrate. Thank you for keeping me healthy on this lovely Wednesday evening. How you doing, Ray? Hope you're doing well. So we're just going to be playing some more Phoenix Wright today. Good, left my tablet with a friend though, so no emotes today. Aww, that's all good. We'll give you a rest day today. You just take it easy. Alright. We begin. Aw, sending lots of hearts back. February 24th, 9:41 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think prosecution. Hey there, Quack! Welcome in, welcome in, Mr. Quack. How you doing, Quack? You doing well? I think the prosecution is confused as we are. Oh yeah, we're playing more Phoenix Wright today. We surviving, we surviving. We survive all the time. I'm doing alright. Lazy day today. It was pissing down outside for most of the day, so not much. Move some wood so it wouldn't get too damp. Other than that, not much else. I was on a friend's stream earlier today. They were showing me this game they wanted me to be part of, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pop in with your stream. So that was fun. When I moved my wood. Oh, well, your wood might be tough to haul around, but I'm sure I've got the muscle to to lift that. You lift your wood. Oh man, they're always gonna get sexual in here. It's too horny. Alright. There we go. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Gotta roll it out like a hose fist. I almost read that as a horse fist. Why are we rolling your horses? We're not rolling your horses, that's a hose. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crimes. Horses do roll, by the way. Yeah, I know, they do roll. It's always funny watching horses roll, because it's like, you wouldn't think so, but it's like, oh, they can actually roll pretty good. They can roll pretty good. Sorry. And a different, right there. Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I'm sure you will. I didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all nights though. So, how'd it go? It says Mr. Wright. I can speak. It says Mr. Wright suspected. The police are clueless. Of course they are. They're the police. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. No. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky, hmm? We found traces of evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. Huh? That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? Yes, we're gonna take down the cowboy. Even though I feel like it's the police chief. We have to play the cards we've dealt, isn't that right, Miss Sky? ... Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Yeah, we shall. February 24th, 10 AM. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Just give me a second. Just had to like cough my guts out there for a second. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 2 minutes by my car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim Bruce Goodman was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible. Possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial, it sure is. One of my duties as a prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence related to the murder at the police department. Hello, F. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well, mates. How's the best F in town doing? Oh my god, no, I should say like that. How are you doing, F? How's the best F in town doing? Are you doing okay? I'm glad you're doing okay. Hopefully it gets better for you, mate. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to be in stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? I mean the so-called murderer. Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Fun times. Alright. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike McGinn, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! ... So you're telling us you're the professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You got to believe me, sir. Actually, what? Sir, when fuck, he came out of nowhere. Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Be right back. All good. Officer Merkins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime, considering that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for the lack of enthusiasm. Yep, that is true. Crime report. Though it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence from that root day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the American's family motto, sir. I see. Then you finished, you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness? Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Well, I need here... What I need here is more info to work with. Okay. Alright. Though it's not my normal duty, I have decided to guard the... okay, let's see that. Mr. Mickens, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinary before. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by Chief Detective, sir. That creepy motherfucker. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I suppose a suspicious man on the security screen and... oh yeah, I read it. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here, around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Dot dot dot. There is, sir. I found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh. But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I repaired the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time is when I went to go get him after everything's sealed down. I see, so it was during the second time when... Yes, sir, that's when I spotted the man on the security screen. Okay. I thought it was probably his number twice. Just give me a second, guys. Just need one thing. Just a second. Just had to do something quick. sorry about that, guys. Just had to do one thing. Oh, welcome back here. Let's press on there. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened? Yes. Yeah, please tell us what happened so we can understand. It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened next? Next. Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you had just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. What exactly do you mean you say you did it? I know I don't look that type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. Oh, he's into Kung Fu, he's the Jackie Chan of this world. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. They passed out. So, at what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that I was unconscious? Oh right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Okay. He hit me right in the head too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. Blue badge, sir. I returned them to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe now we'll have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? Yeah, I wonder about that. He's got a point. Yes, Officer Merkins. With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gunt delivered it to me just the morning, sir. The chief? Okay. Delivered it? What is it? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security cameras in the evidence room. Objection! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I am told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communicating with the police department is as good as ever. Yep. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the videotape. Oh, show us the videotape of the murder. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just what are we getting ourselves into? Yeah. Oh man. Oh, we have one guy walking past. we don't see his face. Oh, something fell out from that one. Okay, it's Birkin. And he gets punched in the face there. That was his, like, massive maneuver. Oh, there's something placed in there. Oh, okay. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that? Wriggling piece of plywood. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire crime affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video edited. Okay. Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Merkins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Okay. Says can't be clearly seen in the video. Yep. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about? Fingerprint. Each detective has to be given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Okay. Okay. Let's see. This says can be clearly seen. No, it can't be. There's no question that the other person. I mean, he opened the lock. No one else could have unlocked it. I want to press him on that. I feel like there's a problem in it. However, the most important detail is not shown in the video, the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. It was his hand that tried to thrust his knife onto my body, sir. My unsealed state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the courtroom again. Is there a problem with... I feel like there is a problem there. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. This contradiction leads to the possibilities that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. Yeah. What? This video contains such contradictions? Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgewood? Propose we have a defense. Point out to us the alleged contradictions in the video. You would want me to point it out? Okay. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out the problem in the victim. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up as so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Okay. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? I think he hates just seeing him get knocked out with his awesome kung fu skills. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may... Oh. Let's see, I'm trying to... What was it? Oh! That's a glove that's in there. That, we got the glove. The thing that's strange about it, this video, has got to be this. Yes, this is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Objection! Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of the exercise. The point? What are you looking for is the one thing, and one thing only. Something that indicates that man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh yeah, phew. I almost walked right into the defense trap. Place him under arrest, sir. Okay, we fucked up. Rats. I need to slow down the tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Play video again. Yeah. Very well. Let's try this again. Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger at someone gets hurt. Hey there, Fee. Welcome in. Just dropping in to lurk and work. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoy your little time here lurking away. And thank you for the stretch, the posture check, and the hydrate, keeping me all nice and healthy on this lovely Wednesday evening. How are you doing, Fee? Hope you're doing well. We're just playing some more Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney today, so hope you enjoy it while you're lurking at work. Alright, I will now play the security tape again. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. I have to point out... Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know how to do this. Yep. Yeah, okay, yeah. I wish they could just skip that bit, but okay. Okay. Oh! It's already open. It's already open. The thing that's strange about the video has got to be this. Officer Merkins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the looker... Why is the song back? That just scared me a bit. As I understand, the looker... I hate the song. I hate it. Like, I've been loving the music in this, and this is just giving me nightmares. This is nightmare fuel. Apprentice work like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. Oh wait. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Stop it. Stop playing. Yeah, it's still on, so it means that he would have had to have opened it already. Stop playing this track, please. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Here, notice the light. What's this? It's already lit. Yes. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Yes. Ah! Order, order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. Objection! But the locker locks are controlled by electronic systems. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunctions. Okay. Oh well, it just goes to show novice should keep their mouth shut. Okay. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Your Honor. Was the glove making it open? Possibly. Would make sense why it fell out. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor, say? There's something else that seems out of place in this video. Hey there, Nitro! Welcome in, Kiara. How are you doing, Nitro? Hope you're doing well. We're just playing some more Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. Slowly making our way through the final case. Hopefully we can get a bit more done today. But how are you doing? No therapy on no 3Ps on missing you. Oh, well, thank you for finally showing up. I appreciate it lots. Be back quickly. All good, Eve. How you doing? How's your day been, Nitro? You been doing well? Yeah, thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause of this. Let's fast forward. The glove! It's been hectic. I've been doing all sorts of uni, assuming I get things sorted out this week. I'll be able to breathe, like, hopefully you can. Hopefully it can all be smoothed over and you can just relax for the rest of the weekend. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I just showed you earlier. Well, it's nice that they turned off the music for that part. It was getting a bit... I will say, is the music still supposed to be playing? I guess not. What's this? Something right... What? Something right? I said something white fell out of that locker. But sir, it's been my experiments that things fall out when doors are open. item fall out and roll great distances. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggered the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Yeah, what if the glove was inserted in just to hold it open? So it could be anyone who opened the lock. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle. Instead of the door closing, but the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, but insulated, but at the crime scene, it just might be something that fits the description. But sir, by insulate, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was the insulator that was stuck in the locker room? Locker door? Oh, it was the gloves. Take that! I found this near the blocker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Oh my god. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. It's the lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. This is not so, Officer Merkins. Sir, it would appear that, sir... Order. So, are we to believe that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Objection! Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Merkins, please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir! I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. ... Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir! Is this a joke? Doofy's not all there. He's not all there, Doofy. Very well. Begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2. Electric Boogaloo. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use this ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record on it of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. An ID card record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for strong certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involve police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there. Most of them were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Yeah, let's cross-examination him. Alright. Let's see. But his ID was on him at the time, so he would have had been there. Huh. Wait, one moment, Officer Merkins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at a crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I am not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecution's office. ... Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID. A lost item report is only half completed, but it shows Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out a report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Merkins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order. Does the prosecution have a response? ... I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense argument. At 5:15 PM on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Merkins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far? Yes. What's he up to? He's up to some suspicious needs. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in the video is a fake, then the murderer in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done any explaining for me. The victim in the video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecution's office, the murder being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in this evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Merkins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, this trial proposes to examine only the murder of the Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else, Lana. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this? Let's object. Objection! One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you have just proven. Of course not. I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Oh, you can see the hand of someone there on him. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Dot, dot, dot. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Dot, dot, dot. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considers the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texan Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person's whom you would have testified? What is his or her name? Damien Gant, American. Lurk will be lurking while catching up to everything at uni. Have a good stream, Savvy. All good, Nitro. Thanks for popping in. Hope everything goes well with your uni studies. And I'll see you later, mate. Take care. Yeah, it's Jake Marshall. I do want to see how old everyone is. Okay. You'll be on that 1%. Yeah! Keep me at that 1%. Take that! Officer Jake Marshall. Why whom? Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. Imagine testifying Goodman. I would love to. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense quest. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear this testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Alright, very well. The court will take a 3-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. The court is now in recess. Alright. Okay, February 24th, 11:32 AM. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. Dot dot dot. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh, what do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. True. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always knew everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. Wow. She can be so cold. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Dot dot dot. Hope I'm not interrupting anything. Yeah, Gumshoe! Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Thank you, Gumshoe. Oh, God, I love him. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making the detective run all around while I on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey. Hey, 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 hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh, oh ho, ho ho, ho ho. You mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident file? I need it by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Yeah, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky, I was a witness? The SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky. Files for the Joe Dark killings solved 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with it, serial murderers. Dot dot dot. Oh what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Oh, Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name is in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 instance, is that... Dot dot dot. That's the classification number that the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, no, Lana. It's over with. No! Emma, wait. She ran away. Yeah, know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Alright. Jack Marshall, Angela Starr, Demon Gunn, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at the files. Yeah. To be continued. Yeah, let's save that. Let's get going again. Time for Jake Marshall to make his appearance. February 24th, 12:14 PM, District Court, Courtroom number 9. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guiding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes! The awesome, Western music I love. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed, I guess we get it. Oh, I know you. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling winds calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling winds. I've never heard Edgeworth describe it that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guiding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is that correct? According to the papers, partner? What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sand. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we can get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on the bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side salon at the time it went down. I'm just a innocent traveler, man, so if you're just a memo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon every cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence locker? Fingerprints activated locks? What kind of newfangled hanky are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not the good with the machines, or with following orders true. Everyone got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Miss Wright, he's all yours. Alright. Job is to keep up the phone. So we're supposed to make the rounds. Remember, I was at street soul. Yeah, it's traumatic. Oh. I feel like it's one of these ones. Well, we know that he wouldn't have been there because he had, where is it? No, not that one. Marshall's fingerprints, so he had to be there, and that's bloody. Officer Marshall, doesn't that strike you as odd? That is you being called in to testify like this. ... After all, you went in the security room at the time of the crime, and yet you dragged me down here? Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm a caretaker of the crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. So natural my fingerprints would be in there. Objection! I only wish it were, officer. But you, yet, see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingers were at the crime scene. Blood were wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? ... Seems to me, there ain't a person in this room with a head on the shoulders. Huh? I take it you have an explanation, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about the fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. The blood-stained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same time the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprints was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. That is so bullshit. Witness explanation appeared valid. No, it doesn't. Like, if you touch something and left your fingerprints there, and then someone wearing a glove with bloody handprints came and smeared it, like, put their handprint there, but it looked more like it was smeared, those fingerprints would be all fucked up. It's like, no. Although, there's room for doubt. Yes. Life wouldn't be a fun without any doubt, partner. Events may cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Yeah. Bloodstained fingerprint. Cross-examination. Like I said, it's only natural. I'm thinking about that. That's because how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The lock I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints went all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprints dating data was never removed from that locker. He must have been using the fingerprint locker all the time without even knowing. Marshall fingerprints. Yeah, found on the bloody handprint of Marshall's own locker. The print has been wiped. Because I'm on that just feels off. How do you know that? I may be alone, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, though, to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on the handprints. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So, what? So that would mean the murderer wearing the gloves happened to place their hand on top of the officer marshal's fingerprints? That's the only logical conclusion. Are you signed to get the picture, partner? The picture? This sealed blood is dessert. It's just food for the buzzards. Huh? There's only one reality, and that's this. The skirty tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? I want to press him on that. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? Don't know. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. Objection! But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Objection! We don't have time for your speculation, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show the evidence in the video indicators. Officer Marshall was present. Please do show us. Yes, I shall show the evidence. Alright, very well. Allow me to point out the mistakes, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Or you might wind up being one mistake. One making the mistake. Yeah, I've got this. I've got this. Now, then, let's have another look at the video. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jacob Marshall. I hate this. Let's fast forward. Looking at that, his locker. Okay, so he's down there. So I remember seeing something pulled out from here. There we go. Oh, we went too far. All right, fast forward again. Come on. Get faster. I wish I could go even faster. Big fight. He's down. And... pause. Take that! Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. ... The day are... Ah, my hand was itchy. Oh, okay. The day are shorts in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 8! Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Your locker. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witness, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. And beforehand, it was gone. Just like that, it was gone. And there it is. The white cloth, it's gone. What's the manner of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order, hold your horses, sorry partner, but you got the wrong man. ... So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. ... The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. ... Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open the particular locker. Oh yeah, I'll call your bluff. You say I opened that locker? Now prove it. Well... where's the evidence? Oh yeah, even the locker. Only assigned detectives can open it, yeah. Oh, wrong button. Present. Take that. Fingerprint sensor. We talked about this earlier today. The locker can only be opened by the detective they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Hello, Virgo! Are we winning? We're trying our best. Trying our best. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Virgo, the stretch, and the pasta check. I had to wait for that. Thank you for keeping me healthy on this Wednesday evening. Okay. Have a health check. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, that's some good quality H2O. How's the best pupper around doing? Best pupper and pupper. How are you doing, Virgo? I hope you're doing well. Been up so much today, or are you just taking it easy? Whoa. Wait. Oh, cracked my back there. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good. We're just playing some more Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney, slowly making our way through the final case. Slowly doing well. We're getting there. We're doing our best to win. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people who put on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Ah, so Sheriff, what do you have to say? Oh, we're getting him. We're getting him. No! You'll get there. Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever seen. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. Have a look at the floor plan. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so then, where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only place possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Okay. Could be here. I don't think where he would have been. Oh, wouldn't it be? Oh, it would be there. Officer Marshall was standing right there. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. I was getting confused. I thought they were like saying where he was hiding, but no, he was Goodman. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like a Detective Goodman. Objection! But that's preposterous. Preposterous. I can't say it right. Officer Merkin's witnessed detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he knew for sure. Objection! May I point out, though, that Officer Merkins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? he suddenly pulled a knife on me. Oh, something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on the ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Merkins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Ugh, you've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're going to have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have had hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your I can't speak today. Uncooperativity disposition. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like this. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert seat. It can't be happening. It's so obvious, he's the one. What can I do? ... It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Ooh? In what way? I pass on to you what someone told me when I was just standing out. When you have run into a wall with no places to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Maya used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came before because he was in disguise. Why don't you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance he might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. Yeah. According to the defense argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. It was to hide some evidence. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is the piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all the unanswered questions. It could be. We don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Well, let's see how we can twist this around and make our own. Alright. Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, he's got some blood on his shoulder. blood on his shoulder. That's interesting. I'm wondering about that. For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman. You are used to it now. Yeah, I'm used to the terrifying music now. It's not getting to me now. And into the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Merkins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Merkins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white cloak. You couldn't just walk out like this, so you had to hide the coat in your locker. Yeah, that makes sense. No, not bad, bird. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were the only half as persistent then as you are today, we wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell us the court what you did, all of it. Alright, it seems the time has come. Oh, let's hear what he has to say. Marshall's confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID. Hee-ha, partner. Welcome in, Nico. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, we're with the cowboy himself, Marshall. I stole the detective car ID. I can't speak to that. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. Planned to take out the evidence. Oh, thank you for the stretch, if. Oh, that feels good. I actually might get up for that. And proper big stretch. Because I've been just sitting on my ass for the last hour and a half. Ugh. That's better. I wasn't expecting Officer Merkins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which area wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So your supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. Did I hear spam hydrate? Fuck you, Quack. No. Don't. Bad, Quack. Bad. Bad, Quack. We're not waterboarding me today. But now I'm saying that you'll probably bloody do that. I'll say that and be like, they won't. They'll be nice to me, my chat. They won't be cunts. I was like, oh, fuck's sake, no, they will. Oh, no. Thank you for the hydrate, if. Alright. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Why don't I have a timer? Thank you, If, and thank you, Quack. Thank you for keeping me hydrated. Officer Merkins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Alright. Marshall's confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole it. Oh, well, we already said this. We're on to cross-examination. Let's on that. When you say it, you mean Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case lead detective can look through the evidence. I want to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I won't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Does he care so much about? That day was my last chance. That's why I... Solo detective ID just like him. I plan to take the evidence. Let's fix him on that. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferals, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it for the security cameras. The detective ID card I stole that morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I felt it on the floor. I left it on the floor in the prosecution's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do I mean, partner? What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprints activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Unless, in normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locket yourself. But you could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck on the door, not the floor. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Let's press him on that one. Oh, wrong one. Press. You pulled a knife on Officer Mickens and tried to drive him off. Oh, wrong button. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Mickens certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID? I have to ask a little more about his raise this year. When did Edward get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Mickens out and managed to escape. I know which area wouldn't be caught on camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those who got into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I don't think you would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If it all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Mickens. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Mickens doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So So what you're saying is, on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room. Hold it! But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates that a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on the tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, foreigner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Angel, where is the evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Huh. Dick Goodman's locker was already empty, so someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are a valid solution. ... Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything to take it to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness had an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why. Let's press him on that. But the case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in that evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved a sentence. I remember that Joe Dark case. It involved serial murder, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, find out. ... Why is he so concerned with the incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take another look at the files. I think we're gonna have to present that evidence that we got given. Let's see, Joe case. Perpetrator Joe Dark, crime, serial murder, incident, death. Victim, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edward Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bate, Neil Marshall. Neil Marshall? Oh. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witness, Lina Sky, Emma Sky. Oh. Investigating Task Force. Exclusive Investigator, Damien Grant, Lina Sky. Head Investigators, Bruce Goodman. Investigator, Jake Marshall, Angela Starr. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, should we hit the back one? Neil Marshall. Jake Marshall. They have a part. Objection! Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. Name, Marshall, is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. He was a prosecutor? Oh my god. What, a prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of the Prosecutor Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handed the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed, and the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was the investigator of the murder with Damon Gaunt, and then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh, Joe Dark. Hello, Joe. Please don't stab me. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother, death, than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. ... Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. That was the last, yeah. Not satisfied with his resolution, Officer Marshall planned to seal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Merkins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. Now, no murder took place at the police department that day. The thing that happened by chance never ceased to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going at the police department. Chance, it got to be more than just that. So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor London Sky. Objection! But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Objection! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remains the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy got the draw on you, foreigner. All of the mystery at the police department had been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office, and the only suspect is the London Sky. And the testimony of the one Miss Angela Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. I had to go, EP, but next time I catch you will have an emote. Well, thank you, Ray, for coming along. Thank you for the stretch, the posture check, and the hydrate. Thank you for popping in and making the stream just a little bit better, and a lot better, I would say, with every emote you make. Okay. Sleep well. I'll tuck you in. Have a good night's rest. And I'll catch you later, Ray. Bye-bye! If you have a response, make it a single word or less. ... I rest my case. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake, but I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana's guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds defendant... Hold it! Oh, is that her sister? Yeah, it's her sister's back! Your Honor, wait! Emma. Yeah, welcome back, Emma. Thanks for saving the day. Defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please, hear me out. Miss Idra, please. ... I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute, or I'll give you 3. Oh, you're so kind, Edgeworth. Giving us 3 minutes. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to Joe Dark. Now that you mentioned it, the name of both Sky's sisters were in that file. That's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with that crime. That left only one thing. Other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's logo? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So you did find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much a scientific investigator after all. Oh. Okay. ... Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clues we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Oh, you want me to just save her? Okay. Time's up now. Then, Mr. Wright, we'll regard the incident at the police department. Does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plan, handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use, but still, if you can't find anything wrong with this blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. Whatever I needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe? Could there be something I'm missing? I object. Objection! The handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intensely at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? ... Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on them? Yes, something that's when drawn. will completely change the meaning of the blood marks. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use. The question is, which arm can prove something is missing in the floor plan? Oh yeah, it'd be the blue badger, like it's been moved. Take that! What about that piece of plywood? The blue badger? Mascot of the police force? Defender of the truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please, look at the floor plans of the blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when you put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what's... Oh my god. That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to find a handprint at the spot of the locker. What? So that means... just exactly what does it mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniable found in that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Merkins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on the locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash at my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, February 21st, in the police department evidence room, blood was spilled, not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Merkins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on the tape. It had to have been. It had to have been. Detective Goodman, when he was merely murdered. Objection! That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claims. Objection! The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, this does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Objection! So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? Demands you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Merkins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room. That's right, a blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur, as Mr. Edgeworth said? Proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show this. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows that when the first crime took place? Oh, I think I know. I think I know. Because we haven't got the final one. At 4:20, present the ID cards records. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, the ID card would have been required. An ID card. Oh! The ID card record. 7777777. Officer Merkins brought the blue badger panel into the evidence room. Let's see here. 4:15. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 PM. Ah! Ah, Miles. Miles Edgeworth. Just what have you done? I never would have figured you had that nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminal tears the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meckins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. It would have been just 10 minutes to the murder of the victim carry his battered body away and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that physical impossible. That would mean the crime must have been taking place before it was in the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 77777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no records of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only possible explanation. He went in with 77777. I love Zoom now. Cedric, please look at this ASAP. Find out whose number is the 777. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of the ID card, at least at present. What? 77777. Too many sevens. Clean yourself, son. The ID number 777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is so-called exclusive officer. We don't have the authority to acquire such a personal identity. Objection! But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority, and the officer charge filed against the exclusive is accepted. No official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor officer operates. Objection! I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes. No, not to you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little exclusive. I can't say that right. Don't be stupid. She's being charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her in the ID number, and it's not 77777. Don't play me for a fool, foreigner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about the incident. The SL9 incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In this trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Huh? Lana. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During the trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. ... I don't have to, officer. Huh? Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. Oh no. That's just why it's just why it is. Okay. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. Oh no. Feel like we should be getting like some boom, boom, boom music here. See, that's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order! 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 Lana remarks caused such a stir, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. Concluded, we'd have to wait until the following day. To be continued. Ooh, this is getting spicy. Save that. Nice. Alright. Let's continue. February 24th, 3:12 PM. Wright & Co. Law Office. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order to get for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone heard about these killings before, but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why he used me. That's why he used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the files. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Oh, okay. The SL9 incident. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what he was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the light went out suddenly. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then blurred a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. Permanent picture? After the incident. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about it? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provide bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence, and Miss Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes. But I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Marshall, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, it's all my fault. Have I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it, the Druid really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must have not been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Picture. What did you see in the instance that crime occurred? ... I don't know why, but Joe Dark's head just makes me think of like an onion. Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instance. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any evidence. See, I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick, but there's still something that's bothering me about that crime. Something puzzling. Something that puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in questioning that day. Taken in for questioning, you mean by the police? Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the question rooms are right across the room from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made the chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I had have another talk with her. Yeah, let's go and talk to her sister. I got a lot of questions for her sister. February 24th, Detective Center, visitor room. Oh, hello, Lana. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? Didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh, about how you were a detective 2 years ago. And now the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about the unusual change of jobs? ... I suppose you have the right to know, Mr. Wright. Okay, let's see. Today's trial. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not least which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from the case was stolen as well. though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. The trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? ... I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you would always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me that. It's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. ... Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. See, in the sky. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damien Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolized her big sister. But now you're a chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a chief prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so I could use the experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. That seems kind of sus that he, solved this case and now he's the chief of police. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Dark's investigation. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detective investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigating lead was Damien Gant, right? Yes, the Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office? We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Zeke Goodman, whose case it was Jake Marshall and Angela Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecution Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. First one at scene. Damien Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So, you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. Appears so. I was filling some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw the 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Yeah, I was like wondering about that. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out. Oh, okay. And the suspect Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all his sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence. Yeah, very coincidental. I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced of the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. The case just might not be over yet. Huh? Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damien Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief officer. Maybe we should have a look at the chief officer, besides the final SL9 murder. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's go. Police Affairs Department. February 24th. Police Department, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here. You're right. Chief Detective seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Okay. February 24th. Police Department entrance. Hello, Marshall. Howdy, Bambino. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Sierra, sir. You never know where life leads you, eh, Bambino? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you heading? Where are you heading? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's voluntary, parents, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do you prosecutors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. But before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall... Oh, that's Phoenix. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Let's see what he wants to talk about. The Dark trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon, the switchblade knife with the brick tip. That was Joe Dark, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, the question was raised. Question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound that the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. Huh? However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibly had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars? That's the SL9 incident left behind. Rescue Marshall. I got the look, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I just had made detective when it went down. It was our first case together, and our last. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. Oh, he was aboard the house owner that day. The house owner? You mean the king of prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day of the SL incident took place. That wasn't the same day as... Right, it was the same day the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence, so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew it that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. The star was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him, too, commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They... What are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambino. I mean, Damien Gaunt and Lon Scar. Gaunt and Scar? The investigation led Damien Gaunt as second-in-command Lon Scar. There wasn't a person on Earth who hadn't heard of those two. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damien Grant, the new chief of police, arranged for that tap. She'd never been the same since she left. Huh? Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Scott was totally different when she was a detective. Now that you mention it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambino. Our secrets is too well guarded. I never found out. What the secret? It's all signed 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in the court today. That boy Edriff isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damien Grant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't believe you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambino. Bye, Marshall. You had like one of my favorite themes. Oh, I'm gonna miss him. That's because I loved doing his voice all the time. This is just always so fun. I really hope he comes back in some way. February 24th. Police station to Criminal Affairs Department. This place is always pretty empty, but today is deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for others, they're all in the conference room. I'm still listening. Thank you for still listening. I'm glad you're still here with me, mate. Oh, thanks. Well, he actually talked to us. The chief of prosecutor saying what she did, and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Idriff. Oh, sorry. About Mr. Idriff not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Garn's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the office building and take the elevator to the top. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Why did you say anything about... Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique job. Oh, what are you waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Yeah, let's head. Chief's office, yeah. February 24th, Police Department, Chief Office. Weird that he's got like a full-on like church piano there. Oh, where am I? And the chief officer's silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out the pipe organ. Yeah, the organ. I forget they're called organs. It's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. In kindergarten you took organ classes. Okay. Used to call me Little Miss Batch. I thought I was genius until they tried teaching me notes. Oh no, I never could remember where C was. Hello, Gunt. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gunt. He put the paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative. There we go. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? A few years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. Seems that big picture on the wall over there. Oh, it's the vase! It's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Miss Marshall, brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on the team. It's a photo of the award ceremony of Garnt, Lana, and Neil. Oh, the sword! Is that what killed him? He got stabbed by that sword! Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to look up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. Yes, it is. We need to investigate it. All the same, we'd like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend to. It's him. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Garnt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us to looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Let's maybe in here. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal. Hey, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in the meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Oh, he's been sent as a busboy, as the coffee boy. from serving everyone coffee. Oh my god. Sounds like Dick of Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Let's talk to him a bit. Edgeworth crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. And this guy is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they presented in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of numerous going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor keeps him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In other words, only those with talent rise to the top, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up good work. Yes sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay Dick? Yes sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. The SL9 incident. Actually, I took a look at the files earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Mr. Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Me. It seems Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look at all written somewhere in here. Okay. His power of recollection never fails to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Okay, let's show him the murder weapon. Oh. Present no, not the switchblade. About this. Hey, is that? It has a tag attached to it with this label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective Goodman? Detective, quick, before you forget. I guess we'll go back to, court. Ah, yeah, we got the murder weapon, nice. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? Made him take to serial killing. One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yes, but it was transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. And he killed a lady who saw it. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him. Oh my god! He turned himself in. So, I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like this devilish murderer. So literally, he hit someone by accident, killing them. Then he's like, then someone saw him, and so he killed them. And then someone else saw him, and then killed him. And some kid saw him, and they killed him. And he's like, fuck. That is the most... That is the most silliest crime. It's like, literally, it's like, it was an accident. It was an accident. And instantly he's just like, I gotta kill everyone he sees. I can't be... Just so silly. Seems he was pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shit of evidence. Yeah, like, I was thinking it was gonna be like, this guy killed this person, like, he's a serial killer, he went after these people and killed them over, like, months or years or something. It's like, all in just, like, an afternoon. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecution Marshal. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. The last witness, aka Emma, the murder weapon. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one's actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at this knife, you'll see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look at it to notice that. Yeah, well, and anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what he did him in. Was it? Wait, where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside a stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. The switchblade tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Dark. Okay. Well, you have it and you're not housed. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not about money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where the prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The Chief Prosecutor out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Dr. Dot. Come on, Gumshoe. Well, any detective ID can unlock that door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put it, I'll be canned. Oh, no, we don't want that. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day that he died. Oh. So, in other words, Gumshoe is the only chance of getting into the office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that change his mind. Oh, but what can we use to show him? What will get me it? Maybe something outside. I don't know, criminal department. Oh, we're getting somewhere. February 24th, prosecutor's office underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down into the evidence room. It must have been where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Maybe to, yeah, okay, let's see what Edgewood's got to say. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgewood is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. Yeah, Edgy. What are you doing here? Sure was quite quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Let's ask him some questions. Forged evidence. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. Nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that's the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office shares a bond of trust. If the bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department era is my era. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. The fact remains the same, no matter what excuse I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one, it seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change the prosecutor. I bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That is odd. After Niels Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture, something seems strange about it. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for that ceremony, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning and then drove over to the police station. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gantz asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in the case that was closed half a year ago. And he asked me to bring it back to the prosecution's office. It's a story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecution's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. No, wrong one. There we go. Alright. Let's show him the photo. There we go. Present the photo. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecution Neil Marshall, he just had started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of the Prosecution's trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall was holding. It's a little different from yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. I remember what? That was what the official prosecution trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind it. Its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simply really contradictions. That's what the award based on. Ooh. Let's go back. King of the Prosecution Trophy. The award originated from an ancient Chinese tale. In China, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake! Phoenix has, like, no idea. It's like, yeah, I know, but please, we have people who don't understand. Can you tell us anyway? Very well. Oh, we kind of like these designs, just the kind of like water painting kind of style. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. First was a halberd he claimed should slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Objection! That's an objection. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard the story before, right? Yeah, I know all about it. Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of those things, items, discredit each other. They're both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss of 4 words. But it's in our own nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Well, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. And learning's just half the battle. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant? Unless was the sword used on the Marshall's brother? 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it to its current form. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get that. Oh no, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna go get that piece of paper. Let's see what. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? It was sitting right there. Like, we just snuck around him like, I need to get that piece of paper. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is the detective gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what the girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of resignation? Yes, you're having. If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. No, resignation. You don't mean. I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of this is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked has been just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Letter of resignation. Oh, we can show it to Gumshoe and say, hey, Gumshoe, your favourite person in the world, Edgeworth, is gonna resign. Okay, I think it's time we go back to, Gumshoe. Oh, February 24th, Prosecutor's Office, Underground Parking Lot. Excuse me. Oh, hello. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Star, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipples to discover milk. What a sentence. I didn't think I'd be reading that. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in that trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transfer. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. ... Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with the knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savoured when eaten. The star hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Does she have anything to say? Dark Investigation. Joe Dark? That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jack Marshall. Thought must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Scar. My sister. Best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo, Lana and Chief Gant. After case closed, that legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in that case court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items would keep secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. Huh? After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecution's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Legendary duo. Damien Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana's second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damien Gant, magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magneticism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the case he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forging evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Miss Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? ... Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecution's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secure. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know. But one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. I knew he had something to do with it, the chief. Thank you, Miss Starr. You'll listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Alright, I think we're done here. Okay. Back to the police department. Let's move on into criminal affairs. Yeah, February 24th. Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, you're back. You're still here. I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means disc jockey, yeah. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistence, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief officer period. It'll be my neck on the line. The office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. I know what we can do. There we go. Letter of resignation. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Oh! Thank you for reading me, T.
I prayed for this and it happened.
Thank you. Thank you, Eternal Moonist. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for raiding in. Welcome in, raiders. Hope you are all doing well. if you don't know who I am Sebby the Kiwi, just a little Kiwi in this little part of the internet, playing wild amounts of games. And at the moment we are playing Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing real good. Just had I had a rainy day today, so I just took it easy on my day off, and yeah, just had a really relaxing day, and I thought we'd want to end the day with some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Gumshoe is the best. Oh, he's so good! I love him! He is like one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Oh, he's an absolute gem, and I want nothing bad to happen to him. He's too good for this world. He's too good, and I love him to bits. Yeah, he's so good. Like, I still always love Gumshoe. Gumshoe is the best! He's just something about Gumshoe. He's just a lovable oaf. Like, I still love that scene in, like, in the third case of the Steel Samurai, and he busted when you were, like, by the Yakuza, and he's like, he's there to save you. It's just like, oh my god. And he's like, I always wanted to do that. It was like, god, he's such a kid, and I love him. I see Blue Badger plushie in my in the back. Yeah! The blue badger has given me nightmares with its music because it's so terrifying. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Internal Moonmist? And how are you doing, Zach? Hope you are all doing well today. If you do need to go off, that's all good. Go rest, go take it easy after stream, go eat if you need to. But otherwise, if you're gonna stay in here or lurk, it's all good as well. Hope you enjoy your little time here. How are you guys? Yeah, how are all the raiders who've come in? Hope you're all doing well today. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? ... I'm doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. What were you playing on stream? What were you doing on stream? I'd love to know. Yeah, I want playing a game. I want playing game. I was playing a game. Ah, okay. I want to play a game. But yeah, what were you streaming? What were you playing? Playing Persona 4 Golden, yeah! Because you were playing that before. How's that going? Yeah. Oh, my phone. Hey, if I'm the same. I can be absolutely terrible with my, like, spelling. My spelling can be, like, if autocorrect wasn't a thing, I'd be absolutely, like, yeah. I was playing exits. Ah, okay. Ah, I've never heard of exits. How's that? What's that about? No way, Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? Yes, the I is lowercase. Oh, okay, so exits. Is he ever not serious? It's an escape room game. Oh, okay. I guess it kind of makes sense with the word escape in it. Well, escape, exit. Kind of means that you have to, like, exit out somewhere. And I guess it makes sense being in an escape room. I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible? When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. It has a lot of escape rooms. Oh, okay, so it's like a full-on, like, you can, like, lots of, like, escape rooms that you can go and do. That's fun. That sounds fun. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. Oh, and if... Oh, no, that's what I forgot to do. Forgot to shout you, Eternal. Shout outs. Eternal. There we go. And guys, if you're not following Eternal Moonmist, please do. They've raided in so many times, and they deserve all the love as well. So go give them a follow. Show them lots of love, because they keep on raiding us and they show us so much love as well. It's good. I'm going to start the 5th dungeon soon. Just got to do it. Got to it. Nice. You're doing some good progress on that. Proud of you, Eternal. Glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good with it. Alright. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was playing a game. What's my train of thought there? I was like, oh yeah, I'm streaming. I'm playing games. thanks. No problem there. We spread the love and joy and positivity to everyone. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. If I was actually kind of needing it, I was getting a bit thirsty. Talking, it can be very dehydrating. So it's kind of good to just have to remember to drink. I almost forget. But I know different now. He trusts us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detectives. That's it. I've made up my mind. You're gonna help us? But, here, take my ID card. Yes! We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook for another lost item. Look at me. It's no secret. I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm finished. I'm friends with Edgeworth. Aww. Depending on how this case turns out, it may already be as good as terminated. Aww. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Fuck yeah, Gumshoe! Yes, such a good friend. Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into your pocket. Oh, Gumshoe. Thank you. Oh, you're the best. You're the fucking best. I just want to give him a big hug. He's like a big teddy bear. I just want to give him a big hug. February 24th. Police Department Chief's Office. Got to get ready for bed now, so I'll be lurking for a bit till I go to bed. Have a good rest of your stream. Bye-bye. Well, thank you, Eternal Moon Mist. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for reading. Hope you have a lovely sleep tonight. And yeah, enjoy the last little bits. I'm probably going to finish off after this bit. But yeah, thank you for showing all your readers to me. And again, everyone, go follow Eternal Moon Mist if you're not. They're a good streamer. I love watching their stuff. Again, they're playing Persona at the moment. So if you're into that, go give them a follow. It'll be most appreciated. Yeah, so let's keep going and yeah, sleep well, Eternal Moon Mist. Alright. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Click. Beep. We're in. Alright. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Gumshoe just came with us. What happened? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Oh, you slapped Gumshoe! Oh. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like this? How can Gumshoe sneak up on you? I wasn't sneaking, I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us the ID card? Gumshoe ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my kid. Oh my god, Gumshoe. Hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I have to look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Oh my god, why did I think of High School Musical? Oh my god, I feel old now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. I'm sure it'll be fine. Does he have anything to say? Oh, there we go. The chief officer. Desk on the other side of the room. Is that yours, sisters? Yes, that's where I was waiting for, Lana. Sacrifice for Edgeworth. We all sacrifice for Edgeworth. Yes, that's where I was waiting for, Lana. On the day 2 years ago. If anyone's using it now. No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gunn's office now. He practiced a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strong reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else who wants us to, or He wants us to always be alert. He told us to show himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So, ever since Lionel left, no one ever touched that desk. No one except Chief Guard and the cleaning lady who's in each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Chief Guard. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9K crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? I don't think. No, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind, don't worry about it. Okay, now, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect to you? 100% he's a suspect. He's the killer. What? He's right. Mr. Wright, what do you think of him? Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Oh. Alright, let's go back. Alright, oh wait, not move. Let's examine. Okay, there's a safe there. Safe isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe for entry. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. If you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. 7-digit number. I think I might know what it is. I think I might. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date. It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. I don't know why, but because that 7-digit number... It's 7-digit number, and there's 7 sevens, I feel like it's the 7. If I am right, that's going to be... That was... Oh my god. Oh my god. That was just... I was just... Because I thought that 777 was going to be... Yeah, it's 7s. I was thinking it was going to be there because it's like, that's going to be his number. What? This guy needs to take cybersecurity 101. Like, he uses his number at... Or just security 101. What's 777 now? It was, his, the... Who is it? Oh, we think it's the Chief's number. So I used that to open up the safe, just guessing it out of the blue, and it was bingo. Okay, back I hide. Oh my god, that was just me thinking. Okay, it's probably this number. They can't be too stupid to make it 7777777. And I'm like, oh my god, it was. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777. The final ID number, card number on that record. What? The number of the mystery exclusive officer who entered the room that day. You mean that ID number? I think you're the 1-7 shy. This can only mean one thing. That Chief Gant's ID number. That's his ID number. Yeah. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah, let's look inside. Is there any money in there? How much does he have to stash away? 6540850 should be my ID number. If that's your real number, please don't. Oh wait, your ID number. Okay. Yeah. And this one, yeah. Looks, it's Oh, it's the piece of the vase! A shard from a broken cap. No, this somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in there, too. What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Oh, this is handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Oh, is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it, and a broken shard of a cap? Foxshark 6, 15, 24, 20, 18, 15, 20. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they are something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items relevant to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Okay. Let's see, let's go to the court records. I know one. Let's go to the court records and see if we... Where's the vase? There's the vase. Can we put the piece in? No, we can't. Must we press it? Safe in here. Safe. Alright. Can we... talk? No. Present. The vase. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those are the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. That was like a couple days ago. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence for the case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble fragment, yeah. Now let's see the shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, I'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Yeah. Alright. That looks like up. And then let's combine. Nice. Fits perfectly. There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. Oh no, in other words, he concealed the piece of the evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar updated in the court records. Okay. Now let's see. Can we use... Do we have anything to say? No. Let's see if I can use the swab present. Zig Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what this is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. Alright, go to town, sheep. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hands like that? Oh, is Ethan just sticking out his hands right in our face? Oh, silly gumshoe. Go ahead, take my fingerprints. Dot dot dot. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for choking. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I know that. The one with the handprints on it, right? Gee, where's your sense of humor? Alright. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check it out. Check for the prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once you've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest. Well, my mom, I don't have to be told a million times. Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright, let's see. Let's look at this one. Oh, wait. Wait, trying to... Wait, wrong button. It's E to blue. This doesn't look good. No, I've got nothing from this. Got nothing from this. Let's try this one. Ah, there we go. I knew I had the right one, I just forgot to blow. Forgot the button to blow. There we go. Nice. Get it all. Get it all. Nice. Fingerprints. Okay, let's see. Oh, not his. Not Megan's. No. Oh! That's Emma's! That's Emma's fingerprint. No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match. Whose fingerprints were they? It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Don't lie! Oh, that's too bad. I thought there'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey, you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing on these inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Dot dot dot. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded. Yeah. Evidence. Okay, perfect. Found in Chief Gant's safe. Evidence for something, but what? Bears Emma's Sky's prints. Okay. Nothing else there. Okay. Guess we examine. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. He put this paper he was reading in his desk. Yeah, let's see what we've got in there. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at that case name. Huh? The SL9 incident. I wonder what's this doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right, I guess wasn't a lot of evidence. Half the size, yeah. This evidence, it seems too short. Yeah, it does seem a bit too short. Most lists run twice as long. what would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. She must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. Evidence that list added to the court records. Okay. Well, was I any help? You were in great help. Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. Of course. Thanks to your ID, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID, he would have been useless. Isn't that right? You in the coat. Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat? Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir... Now, get out. Yes, sir. Oh, fuck him! We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you have the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator. You were the spiky hair. You were with the spiky hair. You're free to go. But me? Mr. Wright? Look, Bell. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief officer is off limits. But now, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence, Chief Gantz was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why is she kept very silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listen to me? I'm gonna try to smush things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24th, Detention Center, Visitor Room. Oof, yeah. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in the court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. ... I did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Mate. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now it's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Keep it quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at you first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you are unwilling to tell the truth, it's that you're incapable of doing so. because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. Huh? If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. ... For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Damien Gaunt. Oh yeah. Take that! Well, Miss Guy. ... Mr. Wright, you're addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. Did we hit a nerve? I take it. She's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Damien Gaunt. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respect him as a detective. Assuming he is respectful, then tell me something. How would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before the board of inquiries for what you did. Specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offences. Tell Lana and not me. Lol. True. Of course, these are serious offences. Why is it, though, that Chief Gaunt's name was never mentioned? Chief Gaunt? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery? The only part he could have possibly tampered with, the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damien Gaunt. ... If you intend to accuse Chief Gaunt, you need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gaunt falsified evidence in that. Oh yeah, the list. The list. He didn't do the full list. The evidence list. I just found this in the safe in the Chief's office. This jar piece, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gaunt himself. Now, tell me, why are you taking the blame for him? ... Touche, Mr. Wright. As you surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty of for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders? Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The truck lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was a knife stuck in him. Oh, the switchblade! And I found it the SL9 incident serial killer, Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking and thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on the right hand. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in him. Mr. Huh. Why did you need to hide Duck's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't even want to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So, you hid Duck's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in Joe Duck's case. If word got out, which it would, Rose would have a field day with that. So, you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and asked her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know what happened. That would explain why Emma was so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of the phone call, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? Truth is, after I received those calls from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Oh! Ah, and the good music's back! Yeah! Marshall's our epic theme, I love. Yeah! To Marshall. Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on escaped on his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubt must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that all I can tell you, but Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as the defense attorney and an investigator. Now, please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial, there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. You've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down at the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. And with that, I'm gonna leave us off with a cliffhanger because I want to just chill and relax for the rest of the night because it's getting pretty late. So, let's go and save there. Save. Alright. And we'll just get off from the screen. Go to options. Go to title screen. Oh well. We're slowly getting there. I think I might try and stream either tomorrow night or Friday night, and we can finish off the first game. But, oh boy, is the game good. But yeah, thanks for everyone who came around today. It is much appreciated. Thank you in for all the good times we've had tonight. And yeah, let's go and raid on out and see if there's... Let's see who's up at the moment. Let's see. No. Okay. Let's see if they've got any friends who are streaming. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe Anon. No, let's go raid Anon. Yeah. He's playing he's doing D&D. So if you guys are all into D&D, he's gonna be playing that. Well, he's been playing with it for the last like 3 or so hours. So yeah. Guys, go show Anon all the love. Go give him a follow as well if you'd like. Yeah, again, playing D&D, so if you're really into that, go give him a follow there. Otherwise, have a good rest of your night, everybody. I hope you all sleep well, or have a good rest of your day. Remember to stay hydrated, eat a good meal, take it easy. Remember that even though times are tough at the moment, we're all here for each other, and life can only get better. We can only hope. So, again, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Good night. Bye-bye.